Hey, it's Metaleye. I just finished up my big left-handed fox animation, and I want to talk about the music that I made to accompany it. When I first started thinking about what kind of sound I wanted it to have, I was just thinking of a boinging sound, so to go along with the fox every time the fox jumps. So I've got just the jaw harp for that. Naturally, if you have a jaw harp, the jug band theme is just gonna arise around it, right? Then I had an excuse to make jug band music. So real quick, if you're not familiar, jug band music is like a subgenre of skiffle. It's pretty much just skiffle with jugs in it, and it was real popular in like the 20s and 30s, 1920s and 1930s, and then it was popularized again in the 60s, and that's kind of how I got into it, via a lovin' spoonful obsession. You used what you had. Jugs, washboards, bottles, pans, spoons, comb and paper if you didn't have a kazoo. And usually it was really fast-paced and upbeat and fun. And that's the spirit of jug band music to me, is just being silly and fun. I mean, the center of it is literally farting sounds and being poor. We don't got nothing to lose. This is my washboard. It's kind of a half-size one, but it's big enough for me. Got all my different thimbles. Even have some little thimble rings so I can kind of slam on the wood like that. In the film, I played a train rhythm. This is my big old moonshine jug. His name is Maximus with 3 X's. I have X's on my nails too.
I mixed the color myself. Speaking of obsessions.
Fun fact, the X's on moonshine jugs were to indicate how many times the moonshine had been distilled. So the more X's on the jug, the drunker it would make you. This is 2 gallons. I think it sounds awesome. It's really heavy. I get tired just holding it and playing it. I definitely had in the summertime in my head when I was playing that. I gotta practice more and then I'll be able to make more than like 2 notes. But you gotta build up like a whole ass embouchure, like what you need to play brass instruments. Like it's a skill. Now this is my kazoo, one of my kazoos. I really like this one because it has 2 resonators on it. It's gonna be extra loud and extra buzzy. You can even adjust them a little bit. I highly recommend this one. If you want one, I've got a link to it in my description. My dog's name is Kazoo. Look at her. Yeah, you won't bother me now, will you? But the kazoo is, I think the kazoo part is the most interesting part of my little arrangement that I made because the melody that I played, I referenced 9 different classic jug band tunes. They're all sprinkled throughout it. So if you listen, if you're a fellow jug band enthusiast, you might have recognized a couple of those. I'm not an expert or historian, but I did try to include some kind of historically significant ones, some iconic, really classic jug band staple songs. And I also included some songs that I just really like. I know there's probably some important ones that I left out, but I don't know everything yet. I'm only maybe about like a third of the way down the iceberg. I mean, I got Stealin' by Memphis, so I think we're good. So I'm going to walk through the whole arrangement and kind of point out every single melody and tell you the original band and song it was. At the very beginning, we got a little bit from What's That Taste Like Gravy by King David's Jug Band. Then once the left-hand animation starts, I followed sort of the pattern that the lights are animating. So the kazoo does what the lights does, for the most part. In January, the lights are all just on and still, so we have one long-held note. And then in February, I sort of used that long-held note from January to start in on the next jug band tune, which is Walk Right In by Cannon's Jug Stompers. There's a part in it that's like, hey, so I used that kind of as the long note. So it's, hey, walk right in, sit right down. Then in March, the lights just kind of flicker on and off, and so I do a tremolo with the kazoo. For April, I did a little line from Overseas Stomp, aka Lindbergh Hop, originally by the Memphis Jug Band. But my personal favorite version is by the Even Dozen Jug Band. There's this part where this girl chimes in, but it's alright, sugar baby. And it always makes me laugh, so I had to put it in there. Then May is just some basic arpeggios. June is just a big swoop from top of the scale down to the bottom. In July, I did the chorus from Fold in Bed by Whistler's Jug Band, another really early pioneering jug band group. August is like an oscillation going up and down just to kind of match that trippy look of the bullseye pattern the lights are doing. Then for September, that turns into another one of my favorites, Mobile Line. And that one's been just universally covered by tons of different groups, different genres. I don't even know who started it as a staple for jug band. I know it best from the Jim Queskin jug band version. It's got this really awesome kind of train theme going through it. It's a really good one. And for October, I made the lights and the sound do Morse code. Just says SOS. Doesn't really have anything to do with jug bands, but I thought it was funny. Then for November, the movement of the lights fit perfectly with the kazoo intro to definitely the most famous, well-known, iconic jug band song, Stealin' by the Memphis Jug Band. Tons of other people have covered that one, but it's most well-known by Memphis. December does a chromatic scale, just crescendoing up to the finish. Then finally, after the whole animation is done, I play what's even more famous than the intro to Stealin' is like the sort of accompanying melody. The da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I think that is the most iconic little bit of all jug band music. It pops up in Stealin' by Memphis. It pops up in On the Road Again by Memphis, and probably other places too. If you've heard any jug band music at all, you've probably heard that. So I waited till the very end to put that there. Just kind of like a triumphant flourish of finishing the year. Then that melody turns into Sadie Green, another song that's been just covered by a ton of people. There's one line in it that goes, she's not too thin, she's not too fat, everything about her's tight like that. And so then I transitioned that into a song called It's Tight Like That by Tampa Red, which is another one of my really, really good favorites. And this one's just an amazing example of having fun in the jug band genre. The singer Frankie Half Pint Jackson is just giving it his all. It's an amazing recording. He's like laughing along with the beat. It's just nothing but a good time. So I had to work that in there, have that little transition. And yeah, even in the 20s, the meaning of It's Tight Like That is exactly as dirty as it sounds. Then we go back to Sadie Green, and it finishes off. Everybody's talking about Sadie Green.
take it. Cut, print, check the gate, moving on.
Thanks for coming with me down this little rabbit hole. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe you learned a few things. If you haven't heard any before, do go check out some real jug band music by like people who are actually good at it.
Here's the full list of all the songs I referenced in my medley, and down in my description I've put links for all of them to places where you can listen to them on YouTube if you want to hear my inspiration, or if you just want some good time music.